Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is now $360 a year. In Philadelphia, that's $381 after tax, nearly $400. And here's the thing about paying $30 a month. You're not paying for access to games. You're paying to lock your attention, your habits, and your loyalty into Microsoft's ecosystem. At that price, you're no longer making choices in your own self-interest. You're buying into their plans. Every month, that money goes out. You're saying yes to whatever direction Xbox decides to take, whether it's fewer exclusives, more price hikes, or pushing you harder into cloud gaming. That's the real cost here. It's not just subscription fees, it's the fact that you're surrendering choice. But here's why this matters to me personally. I might already spend that much every year between Game Pass and buying a few games, but the difference was I had choice. At this new price, that sense of choice is gone. And honestly, $380 doesn't even cost the real tax of being an Xbox player, because let's be honest, most of us end up buying a new controller every year or two, thanks to stick drift and worn out parts. $67 a pop, sometimes more if you want the premium one. So the real cost isn't $380, it's higher. And honestly, this isn't about money. I've been on Xbox for a long time. I've chose Xbox back in 2014 when Halo the Master Chief Collection came out. I've played Halo 3, ODST, and Reach at my friends' houses back in the 360 days, and my brother had his own copies too. But MCC promised 1080p 60 FPS Halo and the chance to start the journey from the very beginning. That's why I picked Xbox One over PS4, despite the fact that PlayStation was doing everything right at that time. I got my Xbox One as a Christmas present, and it felt like the start of something special. Back then, Xbox gave you more than just games. It gave you memories, friendship, and a community, all built through Xbox Live. That's why it mattered. And that's exactly why today's Xbox, with its nickel and dime subscription model, feels like such a betrayal of what it used to stand for. That was the start of my Xbox story. It didn't stop there. The only time I stepped away from Xbox was in 2016 when I moved to PC, but even then, Xbox gave me a reason to stay connected. Forza Horizon 3 was one of the first Play Anywhere titles. Buy it once, and you could play it on both Xbox and PC. That was a huge deal. If my siblings were using the console in the living room, I could just jump on the PC and play with them. That freedom, the ability to choose where to play, felt like the heart of what Xbox was supposed to be. It wasn't just a box under the TV. It was a platform that adapted to your life. And it wasn't just Play Anywhere. I even used Xbox Cloud Gaming a ton back when I was living with my parents. It meant I didn't always need the console. I played half, if not most, of Final Fantasy XVI on there. And I even ran through Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition on the cloud. That kind of flexibility was the reason Xbox felt different. I'll give Phil Spencer credit for Play Anywhere and cloud gaming, which were some of the smartest moves Xbox made during his tenure. And for a while, Game Pass carried the same spirit. My friends and I were all dipping into the same library. We had conversations around the same games because we were all trying something together. It curated a shared culture, something like a book club but for games. That's what made Game Pass feel special. But if these prices changes stick, then shared experience disappears. It won't feel like a community anymore. It'll just feel like another overpriced subscription that divides players instead of bringing them together. $381 a year is a lot of money. That's cash I could put toward games I actually want to own, games I can keep forever, play whenever I feel like, and never worry about losing because they left a subscription service. With Game Pass, that money just disappears every year. You're renting and not building a library. And there's another hidden tax nobody wants to talk about, which is the controllers. Xbox controllers wear down fast. Stick drift shows up, buttons get mushy, and before you know it, you're buying another one. $60, $70 each. sometimes more, sometimes you could get them in that $40, $50 range when there's a sale going on. So the real cost of gaming a year on Xbox anymore isn't just $381. It's closer to $450, maybe even higher when you include all of the accessories and a few games you're gonna have to probably buy unless you're a devotee Game Pass Ultimate user. That's the problem. The subscription isn't only going to hit your wallet, it's the constant upkeep every year that hits your wallet when you game, paying for replacement controllers year after year and more games. And at the end of it, what do you actually have to show for it? A Fortnite Battle Pass thing? Fortnite Crew? Nothing is permanent. No lasting library, no hardware that lasts forever, just another yearly bill that keeps getting bigger. And some Fortnite skins? But the cost is only half the story. The other half is the place where we actually spend that money. The store, and honestly, the Microsoft Store on Xbox just isn't good enough, including on PC. I've been on Xbox for years, and the wishlist system still sucks. The UI still feels clunky, and the mobile app and search, they're just bad. Meanwhile, PlayStation's app is 50 times better, faster, cleaner, and it actually respects your time and has proper UI. Then you look at Steam, and it's embarrassing by comparison. Steam lets me wishlist games, get instant sale notifications, follow devs, go on the dev pages, look at the publisher pages, read real reviews by real people and see how the users feel about a game. It shows overwhelmingly positive, negative, mostly negative. It feels like it's made for players. The Microsoft Store on Xbox doesn't even come close. And here's the thing, it's not enough just to catch up to Steam anymore. If Xbox really wants to be the play anywhere platform, they have to be better than Steam. That's the bar now. Nobody should be making excuses for a $1 trillion company. You don't get pity points because let's be real, if this is Microsoft's backhanded attempt to push us back into spending $60, $70 on individual games, then at least be honest about it. Don't jack up subscription prices, let the store rot, and pretend we still have choice. Look at John Carmack, the guy who literally co-founded id Software, the studio that built Doom and Quake, which Microsoft now owns under Bethesda. His mentality was simple: stop talking, build it, ship it, iterate. That's the urgency and boldness that Microsoft is missing today, that they needed this morning. Hire some Gen Z blood, some millennial blood, some real UI designers and let them work. Because right now, it feels like middle management is running the show at Xbox, and Xbox is moving like a massive, slow, cautious, and boring ship. You need to be bolder. Enough with the "we're working on it" mentality. You change prices overnight without warning. So the community should expect the same exact urgency for store updates, UI updates, feature updates, and actual improvements to the Xbox console and Xbox PC experience. No more empty promises, no more roadmaps, and by the way, remember the game studio by Xbox, The Initiative? Their codename was literally Ambition Meets Action. And what did they ship after 8 years? Absolutely nothing. That's the perfect metaphor for Xbox right now. Big words and no delivery. We, as a community, are done paying $30 a month for Ultimate. It's a ripoff, and we're canceling. Because what do we get? A broken store, Play Anywhere that barely works, and leadership that crawls forward while charging us more. On Windows 11, players connect for free. On Xbox, we're still forced to pay just to log on. That's not progress, that's exploitation. Phil, this is not feedback. This is a demand. And the online fee. Windows 11 proves it's possible. Online is free on PC. It must be free on Xbox. Fix the store. It's slow, it is cluttered, it crashes. We need speed, stability, and real discoverability. A store that works for players, not against them. Deliver Play Anywhere. Stop half measures. Buy once, play everywhere. Console, Windows 11. No excuses, no exceptions. And do it fast, in days or weeks, not years. Because every delay, every excuse, every broken promise is another reason players walk away. Because Xbox doesn't need another promise. It needs proof. It needs the moment where action finally matches ambition. We've given Xbox enough. We're dropping Ultimate. And until leadership gets serious, email Phil, email Satya, email Amy Hood, hit the leadership everywhere at Microsoft, tag them on Twitter and Threads, boycott Ultimate, share this video, make your own videos. We demand free online, a fixed store, and play everywhere on every game. Don't stop until they meet our demands.